Today we discuss something about flu. Channel's name is Heartbeat. My name is Dr. Amrit Kejriwal. Coming to the introduction, it's a viral infection caused by influenza virus. It affects the respiratory system, and the respiratory system comprises mainly of the nose, throat, and lungs. There can be various symptoms that can be associated, such as running nose, sneezing, and sore throat. Patient can have fever. There can be associated body ache, headache, and muscle pain. There can be associated chills and sweats, dry cough, fatigue, and eye pain. Transmission. It is transmitted to others from 1 day prior to onset of symptoms to 5 days after the onset of symptoms. From air droplets, coughing and sneezing. So whenever we cough or sneeze, we should keep our mouth and nose covered. From inanimate objects such as doorknobs and mobiles. So we should keep, whenever we touch doorknobs or mobiles, after that we should clean our hands. And virus may live outside the body for 48 hours. So if a doorknob is contaminated with the virus, it may remain up to there for 48 hours. We have to have a comparative study differences between flu and cold. So symptom onset in flu is abrupt, whereas in cold it is gradual. Fever is common in flu, rare in cold. Aches are common in flu and minimal in cold. Chills are occasionally seen in flu and unusual in cold. Fatigue and weakness is common in flu, whereas in cold it is occasionally. Sneezing is occasionally seen in flu but is common in cold. Chest discomfort and cough is common in flu and mild to moderate in cold. Nasal stuffiness and sore throat are occasionally seen in flu but very common in cold. Headache is much more common in flu than in cold. So this way we can differentiate upon the clinical symptoms what is the patient exactly suffering from, since many of the symptoms are very similar. There are certain risk factors for complications. Children less than 5 years of age, adults greater than 65 years of age, residents of old age home and rehabilitation centers, pregnant women until 14 days after giving birth, people having chronic illnesses, decreased self-defense mechanisms. The immunity of the people who is reduced, that is decreased self-defense mechanisms, and obesity. So these are various risk factors for complications to have flu. And if you are having flu, when to see a doctor. So if you have any flu symptoms as mentioned earlier, and you have any of the risk factors mentioned just previously, then you have to visit a doctor. Apart from that, if you have symptoms of any of these, such as difficulty in breathing or shortness of breath, chest pain, ongoing dizziness, seizures, worsening of existing medical conditions, and severe weakness or muscle pain, still then you are supposed to visit a doctor. So if you have flu symptoms along with risk factors, then you have to visit a doctor, or if you have any of these symptoms, still you have to visit a doctor. Complications. The commonest complication is pneumonia. Apart from that, you can get bronchitis, asthma flare-ups. So the asthma flare-ups can be seen in patients who are not asthmatic also. Patients can have aggravation of heart problems, ear infections, acute respiratory distress syndrome. Acute respiratory distress syndrome is again a medical emergency. Treatment, you got the various antiviral drugs, baloxavir, maroxyl, oseltamivir, peramivir, and zanamivir. Prevention, avoid close contact, stay home when you're sick, cover your mouth and nose, clean your hands, avoid touching your eyes, nose or mouth, practice other good health habits. So this is the way we can prevent. Vaccination and nasal spray is one of the type of vaccination. You can have both nasal spray and injections for vaccination, and annually for greater than 6 months of age of children, and obviously it is not 100% efficacious. It basically reduces the severity of illness and duration of hospital stay. There are various types of flu vaccines. Those which are given arms injections and intranasally, each have their own advantages and disadvantages. So you get arm injections which can be given to people more than 6 months. There are certain vaccinations can be given in people of more than 4 years of age. Some vaccinations can be given in 18 years of age or more, and some vaccinations can be given in 65 years or more. And again, intranasally can be given only in patients who are up to 49 years of age. So we have different types of flu vaccination depending upon the age and requirement. No flu vaccination if the patient's age is less than 6 months. History of life-threatening allergy to gelatin and or antibiotics or other constituents of the vaccine. History of severe allergy to previous flu vaccination. And in patients who got a past history of Guillain-Barré syndrome, we have to take care. Guillain-Barré syndrome is a disease in which the muscle weakness occurs due to a problem in the nerves. Vaccination. Everyone may take vaccination, even people who are allergic to eggs. Vaccine is appropriate for age to be taken and can be given to pregnant women. And the certain chronic health conditions which may be acceptable, they have to be considered for vaccination. Contraindications to nasal spray. Children under the age of 2 years, adults greater than 50 years and older, pregnant women, and children between the 2 age and 17 years old who are taking aspirin or salicylate containing medication. So these patients should not have nasal vaccination. And patients with a weakened immune systems, that is self-defense mechanisms. Kids with 2 to 4 years old who have had history of asthma with wheezing in the past 12 months. So these patients should not have nasal spray vaccination. Thank you for watching the video. Please do not forget to like the video. Feel free to give comments. Please subscribe to the channel and share a link with your friends. Thank you once again.